Have you ever had a meal that when you are full, we finish eating and you are so full, you can't stop eating because the food is so delicious. You just keep eating and eating and eating and eating. That is the feeling you're going to get with this our Efere Atong. Hello everybody, my name is BIBIANA and you are welcome to BIBI'S kitchen. So today we are going to be making Efere Atong, also known as Okra and Ogbono. So here we have our ingredients. I'm using both the dry fish and smoked fish. I'm using Kpomo, diced Kpomo. I'm using removable periwinkle, that is mfi. I'm using sea snail, both the big and the small size. We call it nkonko where I'm from, which is the Efik. Then I'm using a tinkene, Oziza. Most people call it Oziza, which brings me back to my childhood. You know, growing up, we have a saying in my dialect. Those of you who are from Efik and Ibibio, please, if you can tell me the meaning of this word in English, I'll be very, very delighted. Also, let's go back. We have our diced onions, we have our okra, and we have our ogbono, as you can see there. So get a clean pot. Please take note, I've already pre-cleaned all of my ingredients. I've diced them and I've washed my hands thoroughly. For those of us who are hygiene cautious, so my hands are pretty clean. You have to clean your hands before you step in the kitchen. So get a clean pot, put your meat on it, your clean meat, and then you can add your onions in it, and then add your seasoning, your salt, your Maggi, whichever choice of seasoning that you want to have, and then light the gas, and then let's get cooking. All right, so my meat is on the fire. I didn't really add much water to it because it's beef. I need it to steam out so that it can produce its own juice. Then I add a little bit of all my seasoning, like my salt, and then I'm going to stir it to make sure that the meat marinates well with the seasoning. The juice is soaked with the meat, and then we are going to cover our pot for a few seconds and allow more juice to come out before we add our water. And there we are adding water so that our meat can be well cooked, soft and tender. So now this is what they call steaming of meat. So we are going to stir it, and after your meat is well cooked, you have to add all the hard protein. The sea snail is a bit harder than the periwinkle, so we are going to add the sea snail first. Then the stockfish, despite the fact that I've washed my stockfish and my Kpomo, but I also add it here so that it can boil together with the meat, and then everything will mix together. So I'm adding my Kpomo to it, all of the Kpomo. I dice the Kpomo little so that when you're eating it, you know, your finger will just pick something and put in the mouth. You know the feeling now. So there we go. You're going to add all of it, and then you're going to cover it and stir it well first before you cover it. Pardon me. So you're going to stir it, and then you cover your pot and allow your meat to cook for some time. It depends on the amount of heat that you're using. My gas is pretty fast, so I'm going to let my meat to cook for about 20 minutes or so. So while the meat is cooking, we can now go and prep our other ingredients. I've already sliced my okra and I've already pounded it a little bit. I sliced it not too small and not too big because I know that I need it to draw a little bit. So this is me checking the drawness of it, if it's okay, and it's not still okay to what I want. So I'm still going to, you know, just give it a little bit touch of pounding to make sure that the thickness and the drawness, and then it breaks it into a little more tiny pieces. Pardon me. So after then, I'm going to add my blended crayfish with pepper. I like pepper. For those of us who love spicy food, you can add this spice according to your taste and your satisfaction. I like my food to be a little bit spicy, and you know, whenever you are cooking okra or ogbono, when it's spicy, it gives it extra flavor. It makes it taste more. As you're eating, and it's going on like that. So we'll come back to our meat, and now our meat is soft and tender, and the aroma is already, you know, taking over the whole kitchen. After then, you are now going to add your ogbono. The meat is already parboiled. The heat of it is going to make the ogbono to melt directly, so you don't need to fry it, and you just add it, and then you stir it and keep stirring it, mix it together until the ogbono start getting thick and thick and thick. As you can see in this video, it's going to become thicker and thicker and thicker. So by the time the ogbono become thicker, and now you know that it's well melted. You can now add every other ingredients like your oil. That is the first thing I'm going to add. I'm going to add my oil first because I know that the oil needs time for it. So I'm going to add my oil and then give it a thorough mix. Mix everything together. Keep mixing it and keep stirring it. Don't leave it so that the ogbono does not burn. You have to constantly be stirring it so that it's cooking without burning it. So when you finish stirring it and the thickness is okay, the oil is well mixed in it, you can now add your fish, the remaining of your soft fish, which is your dry fish, your smoked fish. So you can choose to have any other thing in it. You can decide to add fresh fish. You can decide to use goat meat. You can decide to use, you can even add snail to it if you want, but I am using just dry fish, stockfish, periwinkle, sea snail. You can even add shrimps to it if you want. Okay, all these things are acceptable in this Efere Atong. Efere Atong is the kind of food that accepts every form of protein that you want to use. Now you can check it, make sure that the thickness is okay. So everything is well blended. Now I'm not going to add my water, not too much water. I'm just going to add a little bit of water so that it will give it enough time for everything to cook and to cook together and be well done, especially the oil, because I need the oil to be well done. And you are going to see the foam water, because I've checked it and I noticed that the thickness is still not okay. So I added a little bit more water to give it more room for everything to still cook more, to cook properly. And by the time I finish adding my water, I allow it to boil for some time so that the sweetness can come out and the aroma can come out. I'm now going to add my okra and my crayfish and my pepper. I'm using red pepper for now. That is normal fresh pepper, as we call it here in Lagos or in Nigeria. So you clean everything from the mortar. The economy is not smiling at all, so we will not let a single drop waste. You're going to clean it very well. I remember growing up, my mom even used to add water, in the mortar, make sure she washes everything and pour in the pot. But we're not going to do that because we have cleaned everything. Scrape everything, every corner of it as you're pounding. Scrape all of it and then pour it inside the pot. Every single one is needed in this pot. Nothing can go to waste. So by the time you finish your pot, you're now going to give it a thorough mix. Now, you have to mix it very well. This food, you can't leave it for a while without it getting burnt. So you have to just constantly be mixing it until everything mixed together. And as it's mixing and it's boiling, you are checking your water to see that it's not too thick and it's not too watery. So you have to check your water. And also it depends on the number of people you are cooking for. This food is the food that if you have plenty children, you can cook for. Then you are going to add your fresh atinkeni. This leaf aroma is tempting. No, I'm not joking. See, can you see it? No, come closer, take a look at it. Can you see the thickness, see the drawness, and then see the leaf. You can see everything. Now you can say your tongue is ready, because as you can see the foam on top. Can you see that foam? That foam, yes. It means the soup is ready. So voila, Efere Atong is ready, and trust me, it tastes delicious. I'm already eating it. So here we go. Can just turn off your gas because our food is ready, and voila, our tongue is ready. So I'm having this with Gary. You can choose to have yours with eba, anyane pang, amala, fufu, pounded yam, semo, whichever choice you choose. Trust me, it will still be delicious, and you eat and eat and eat, and you won't even have space where else to put. So let me know on the comment section where you are watching us from and what you'll be having with your own food. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more mouth-watering delicacies. And yes, you can package this and send this to you with a lot of love. So read the caption for more details. See you on my next video. Bye.